Okay, we've made our crust, so sitting in the fridge. We've turned on the oven to 325. We want it a little bit lower than most people bake at, but we want it a little bit lower. We're back with our peach Melba sauce, with our Melba sauce. And we've got our cup of raspberries, half a cup of black raspberry seedless jam. I like black raspberry. And maybe like 2 tablespoons to a 1/4 cup of water. We just wanted a little bit of water. And we've been letting it boil for a couple of minutes. We're going to let it boil some more. We're going to thicken it some. We wanted to have those raspberries broken down some before we do anything with them. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put them through the blender. We're going to put them through the blender, and then we're going to run them through a strainer. And then we'll thicken the sauce up some. Just stick it in the blender. Run it over to your blender. Whatever. That should do it. Like I said, not an exact science. Don't fuss and fret over this. It's not really worth it. I'm going to rinse out my pot. It's got some raspberry seeds and things like that in there. So we'll just rinse it out. Some people can't tolerate seeds. We'll put our thing back on medium-low. We'll run it through the strainer to get out any. It's pretty thick already. And we'll just use the whisk and run it through. Again, we've got the stove on medium-low. We don't want it too high. We don't want it to burn. Melba sauce is good for a lot of different things. Like I said, the typical peach Melba dessert is over ice cream with peach chunks. I happen to love it. Hence why I came up with the idea for a peach Melba cheesecake. I thought it would be really awesome to have 2 flavors that I really enjoy in the same place. And now we add our sugar, 1/4 cup of sugar, just mix that in. And our lemon juice, mix that in. I'm going to up the heat a little bit to like medium. We're just going to let that looks really good. There aren't too many seeds in there. There's a couple, but most of them are still in the strainer. Now I'm going to mix my cornstarch with a little bit of cold water, just maybe about a teaspoon worth. And you mix that up ahead of time before you put it in your sauce. Some people, they just dump the cornstarch right in, or the flour right in, and then they wonder why they get lumps. So you really have to dissolve your cornstarch in water before you put it in your sauces. It really helps for the whole lump thing. And we'll just pour that in. And we'll just mix that up. And we'll let that cook a little bit longer. I'm going to up the heat a little bit, just a little bit more, just because I want to get that going. We'll cook our Melba sauce. Get it nice and thick. And then we'll set it to cool some so that we can use it. And while it's cooling, we'll make our basic vanilla cheesecake. And we'll split the batter so that we can add our flavorings, our individual flavorings. Okay, so our peach Melba sauce is cooling on the stove. We don't want it to be completely cool because then it will thicken and solidify and it'll be harder to work with. So we're just letting it sit on low, kind of warm, and waiting for us to be able to use it. Now we're only going to use a small bit of it in the cheesecake itself, and the rest will be reserved to decorate the top. But for now we have to make the main batter. And again, we begin with the plain vanilla cheesecake, which by itself is really, really good. So even if all you want to do is make the vanilla cheesecake and without all the extra special stuff, it's still pretty awesome. So we have our 2 packages, 8-ounce packages of plain cream cheese. Any brand will do. Softened, that's really important. Put them in a bowl. We have a full 16 ounces of sour cream. I use the full fat. Somebody, you know, if you're looking to watch your weight or anything like that, you might want to use reduced fat sour cream, reduced fat cream cheese. I've never used them, so I can't tell you how it comes out that way. So we put that in our cream with our softened cream cheese. We mix in our full 16 ounces of sour cream, 1 cup of sugar. Mix that up a little bit, and then we'll use the beater. This cheesecake is so ridiculously easy to make. I know some people go, oh, I can't make cheesecake, it's too hard. I can't do that. And I'm like, this cheesecake is so easy to make, I can make it, and I'm an idiot. So it's like, anybody can make totally fabulous cheesecake with this recipe. It's really, really, really easy. And now we just beat it until it's smooth. I use low. It'll get smoother after we put the eggs in, but you always put the eggs in last. That. Break down the sides a little, mix it up a little bit. We add 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. Half a tablespoon of vanilla extract. I know that's a lot of vanilla extract, but I really like vanilla. Half a tablespoon of vanilla extract. You can add less if you want. Just put a teaspoon in. Whatever suits you. Like I said, I like a lot of vanilla. So that's why my cheesecakes have a lot of vanilla in them. And beat it up. Break down the sides. Now the last thing we do in a plain vanilla, if you were just going to leave it as a plain vanilla, is you add the eggs. I pre-beat the eggs. It's 3 eggs, large eggs. I pre-beat them up a little bit. And I pour them in last. Now, the reason why we do this, we add the eggs last, is because you only want to beat the cheesecake batter enough to blend in the eggs. If you overbeat the batter, the top will crack in the oven. I have learned this. I have thrown myself on the fire of experience. A lot of my cheesecake tops cracked. I didn't know why. I went on the internet, my cheesecake tops are cracking, and they all said, you're beating it too much, stupid. Put the eggs in last. And just beat it enough to blend in the eggs. That's just enough to blend it in, just a little bit. And that's even enough. I'm going to use the spoon for the rest of it. Again, you really don't want to overbeat it. You just want it enough so that the egg is blended in enough. Now we've got our nice vanilla cheesecake batter. Again, if you just wanted to pour this into your crust and bake it as is, people would go, oh, that's an awesome cheesecake. But we're going to play with it now.